Pronounced, defined, used in lexical dispatch.
Renaissance. Noun. Often capitalized. Noun. The European period of history between the 14th and 17th centuries, characterized by a surge of interest in classical learning and values, and a flowering of the arts and sciences. Noun. Any similar period of revival or renewed interest in a particular subject, art, or culture. Adjective. Often capitalized, of or relating to the Renaissance period, for example, Renaissance art. The Renaissance was a pivotal era that bridged the Middle Ages and the modern era, fueled by a rediscovery of classical philosophy. Most common sense, proper noun. The city's downtown is experiencing a veritable renaissance, with new restaurants, galleries, and businesses opening every month. Common noun. Her thesis focused on the influence of humanism on Renaissance art and architecture. Adjective. Scholars often debate the precise catalysts that ignited the Florentine Renaissance. Proper noun. The company's renaissance was driven by a series of innovative product launches and a new dynamic CEO. Common noun. Key tips for a standardized test, TOEFL, SAT, GRE, GMAT, usage and importance. Renaissance is a high-frequency term on these exams. The capitalized form is crucial for reading comprehension passages on history, art, or Western culture. The lowercase form is common in context discussing renewal or revival in business, sociology, or the arts. It is essential for answering questions that require distinguishing between a specific historical reference and a general concept of rebirth. Likely question formats, synonym selection. For the lowercase form, common correct answers include revival, resurgence, renewal, rebirth. Incorrect options may include decline or stagnation. Analogies. Renaissance is to revival. Synonym relationship. Renaissance is to culture. A renaissance is a revival within a culture or field. Medieval is to Renaissance. Sequential historical period relationship. Reading comprehension frequently appears in passages about cultural history, artistic movements, or periods of significant social change. Common confusables. Renaissance versus Enlightenment. Both are historical periods, but the Renaissance, 14th to 17th centuries, focus on art, humanism, and classical rediscovery, while the Enlightenment, 18th century, focus on reason, science, and individual rights. Renaissance, revival versus Renaissance. A direct synonym for Renaissance, meaning rebirth or revival, but it is far less common and often considered archaic or literary. Relevant idioms or proverbs. There are no common idioms that use the word Renaissance directly. However, the concept is perfectly captured by the phrase a rebirth or a new lease on life.